Dun 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 dun. What's up, everybody? Definitely need some intro music, but hey, one step at a time, right? So, yeah, I came here today and we're going to talk about keeper predictions for this year. So, I'm going to go through the teams and kind of try to guess who their keeper for the year is going to be. I'll pull their roster from last year up so everybody gets a chance to kind of check it out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Well, the first team that I want to pull up is from last place, and that is gonna be Chase's team that he's taken over. So as we look at that team, we can see that there's not a ton of talent on this team. We have Melvin Gordon that's in a new spot here, Marvin Jones, and then Juju and Damian Williams, which we all know what happened with Damian Williams, hopefully by now. But yeah, for this pick and for this team, and speaking with Chase a little bit, I kind of already have some inside information, but my choice is going to be Juju Smith-Schuster for Chase. So yeah, I think that's going to be a great starter to start out with, and I mean, with Big Ben coming back, it could definitely pan out really well for the new guy here in the league. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the 9th place team, which was Matt last year. Now, everybody knows that was in the league. Matt had a really dominant team last year as far as points scored, but he just happened to go against every tough opponent every single week. So let's take a look at his team. He's got Amari Cooper, Cooper Kupp, Zeke, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon. Dude's team was stacked. So he's got a lot of great choices, but I mean, as you go down the list, you obviously, Zeke's got to stick out. That's going to be my choice for Matt is Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, that's a huge, big-time top 3 player to start your team out with. So, yeah, man, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on. I want to move through these pretty quickly. We have Austin Cookers. So, Austin finished 8th last year. So, with his team, he's got Russell Wilson, Kenny Golladay, DJ Chark, Austin Eckler, Adam Thielen, Darius Geis. But really the only 2 choices that I saw here were Kenny Golladay and Austin Eckler, as far as I think that's his top talent. I do like a couple other people that's on his list, but my pick for Austin, and he kind of said it in the text thread, but I think he's going to stick to that. Running back's really important. So I think Austin Eckler is going to be Austin's choice this year. So as we move through, our next team here is going to be Trey. Holdout ends now. We all know that he took Le'Veon Bell last year. But let's see here. Let's check his team out. He's got Chris Godwin, Odell Beckham, Leonard Fournette, Devontae Freeman, Devontae Adams, Le'Veon. He had a pretty good core last year and made some couple mid-season trades as well that improved his team. But I really didn't know. I was wavering back and forth of whether he would actually keep Chris Godwin or if he would go Devontae Adams. But definitely think he's a smart fantasy coach. So I think he's going to go with Devontae Adams, target monster this year. Green Bay, everybody knows I'm a fan of Green Bay. They haven't really added much pieces. So I think he's going to be a target hog again this year. I don't want to get too much into stats, but yeah, that's my choice for Trey this year. Our next team is going to be Eli's team. So it's got Robert Woods, DeAndre Hopkins, A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders, Derrick Henry, Kerryon Johnson. He's got some stars here for sure. Now I know that Eli is a huge DeAndre Hopkins fan, so that's really what's making it hard here between DeAndre Hopkins and Derrick Henry. This one was really, I had to think about this one quite a bit because At first, I really thought that he was going to keep Hopkins, especially Hopkins being on a new team. But my pick for this year is going to be Derrick Henry. I feel like Eli is going to settle down with the workhorse running back, and he's going to want to start his crew with Derrick Henry. Next team is Jake's team. This one's probably one of the toughest ones that I had to choose. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, Mark Ingram, Travis Kelce, and Mike Evans. He picked up after I dropped him whenever I went into the playoffs. But this one was tough between Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Julio Jones. I mean, as far as auction values go, Julio Jones is probably going to bring the most money. But that, as we all know, that Jake doesn't really, he goes for his guy, and I respect that actually. So that kind of came into play whenever I was choosing here. So my choice for Jake is going to be Patrick Mahomes. I really think that he's going to end up just choosing Patrick Mahomes because of the upside that he has. Last year was a little bit of a down year, but we have to remember 2 years ago he threw for 50 touchdowns and almost 5,000 yards, or if not that many. He doesn't have the rushing upside of a Lamar Jackson, but he's definitely going back and forth in a 5-point per passing touchdown league, which that's what our league is. It really makes those passing touchdowns valuable. So I think Jake is going to pick Patrick. Next team here is Al. So Al's got Dak, Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Mark Andrews, Josh Jacobs. Man, I really like his team. I think if you could take this team and plug it in this year, it'd be a really dominant team. I really struggled. Nick Chubb is a really highly rated running back this year as far as projections go. But Tyreek Hill, that's my dude right here. I really feel like the upside of Tyreek Hill and that Chiefs offense is something that's going to be hard to just ignore and turn down when it's time to choose your keeper. Third place, that was me. I'm just going to cut to the chase here. As I look over my team, I have Aaron Jones, Saquon, and James Conner, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen. But, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, Saquon Barkley's got to be my guy. I have him number 1 running back rated on my list this year, above Christian McCaffrey. With a lot of changes going on with the Panthers, I do feel like Barkley's going to take a step up and McCaffrey's going to take a step back. He's still going to have tons of volume in that offense, but I really think Barkley's going to be that guy this year. So second place is Sour Kittles. That's Devin's team. He had Michael Thomas, DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett, Marlon Mack, Kenyon Drake, Kittle, Mostert, Allen Robinson. Man, great team. That's why he ended up finishing the season second place, within a point of first place. But as I look this over, everybody knows that Devin is a Saints fan. Michael Thomas broke so many records, and he's saying he's going to break records again this year. So my dude for Devin is Michael Thomas. That's a no-brainer when you look at that team. Even though it's full of talent, Michael Thomas is the guy for sure. That just leaves us with the first place finish, back-to-back champion, the Lizard Kings, James. So let's look at his team. Let's see what this championship team looks like. Lamar Jackson, Julian Edelman, Devontae Parker, Christian Kirk, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Cohen, and just a slew of tight ends as he was streaming there at the last. But, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. James has his pick of the litter again this year to start his team off just right for this, trying to get for 3 straight in a row. But, hey, you got to go with the number 1 overall ranked guy as far as ADP goes. Christian McCaffrey broke all kinds of records. As you can see on here, he's got 469 fantasy points last year, just barely over Lamar Jackson. So that combo, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, and even Kamara with a down year last year, dealing with injury, was solidified his core roster and just allowed him to dominate. He won his last 7 games and then also won 2 straight games in the playoffs to take the championship for the second year in a row. So, yeah, that's going to be my picks for us this year. I'm excited for the draft that's coming up. Also, we have Chase Hope tomorrow. We're going to be looking at 2019 auctions and what players' values and what we feel like people's strategy was going into the year. Not going to really talk about 2020 projections, but we're going to talk about how people's plans panned out for them. So stay tuned tomorrow afternoon for that video. And hey guys, I appreciate you being in the league, and peace out.